Doncic for Anthony Davis. The trade heard around the world caused an entire shift in the Western Conference. Since giving up the frontrunner for Defensive Player of the Year, the Lakers are 11-2 and sit at number 2 in the West. Now, Lakers president Jeanie Buss addressed the trade, saying in part Anthony Davis was complaining about where he was being played. He wasn't happy. So I think this was a positive for both teams. They got what they're looking for. We got what we're looking for. And I didn't realize it was going to be international news like it was, but that's the power of the Laker brand and its ability to draw big names who want to write their own chapter in Lakers history. Stephen A. Smith, your reaction to Lakers president Jeanie Buss?
This is not a criticism. I love me some Jeanie Buss, the matriarch of the NBA as far as I'm concerned, who's just a phenomenal person as well as the leader for the Los Angeles Lakers. She's the board of governor. But the bottom line is nobody's buying that. You didn't trade Anthony Davis because he was complaining. You traded Anthony Davis because you got a call that you could have Luka Doncic. That's why you traded him. If that hadn't presented itself, she wouldn't have given a damn about his complaints, okay? The reality is that it wasn't like the Lakers was someplace where Anthony Davis was unhappy. It wasn't some place that he wanted to depart from. He was as shocked as anybody else. The issue was he didn't want to be at the 5 position, so he was hoping that they would get some additional help on the front line so he could play his natural 4 position. That was all. It's not like he didn't get along with LeBron James. He didn't get along with his teammates. He hated being in Tinseltown. He had just bought a new crib in Bel Air, if I remember correctly, Big Perk. Big crib in L.A. I can say that because I usually don't say stuff like that, but damn it, he ain't going to be there now. So the point is, that's what was going on. By the way, be happy about that if you're Anthony Davis, because it's considerably cheaper to have equally as much in Texas as opposed to California. Tax reasons. But anyway, my point is, that was what happened. So when Jeanie says what she says, respectfully, nobody's buying that. I mean, you're acting like there was a reason you pushed Anthony Davis out the door. There is one. And that one reason was there was a superstar, a global iconic figure that was averaging 28 a game in his career, one of the all-time great scorers who became available to you. And oh, by the way, happened to be 6 years younger. That was the reason why. Period.
Well, you get so soft sometimes. I mean, I get it. The message was received, but I thought you would come a little bit more aggressive.
Don't never.
You know what I mean?
Right
now,
bro. Go ahead. I'll let it go.
Whatever.
I'll let it go this morning, Mr. 2 hours sleep. I'll let it go this morning, Mr. 2 hours
whatever.
sleep.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying you're getting a little soft. I was expecting something along the lines of, Jeanie Buss addressing, these comments on AD sound like, Jerry Jones on the Cowboys. Because here's the thing, right? When you think about Jeanie Buss, when you think about Jeanie Buss and you think about Rob Pelinka, when they're losing games, you can't find them. You need the FBI to try to help you find them. They know where to be found. They run from the microphone. They run from interviews. All of a sudden, Dallas, Nico Harrison, they gift wrap you Luka Doncic. They called your phone and said, hey, do you want Luka? You said, yeah, we do want Luka. Well, we want AD. Okay, cool, the trade happened. Now, here comes the bigger question. She talked about how people want to be part of the Laker brand, right? One of the most historical franchises in sports. Okay.
Top 2.
Is it about show or is it about substance? Because if it's about substance, then it's going to be about winning. No, don't frown your face up. Don't frown your face up. Here's what I'm telling you. If it's about substance, then it's going to be about winning. Anthony Davis wanted to win. Anthony Davis was saying, hey, you know what? We won when I was at the power forward position. Don't knock me because I want a center, a big in here. It's proven. When we won a championship, we had the Dwight Howard. We had a JaVale McGee. That's how we won. I'm better at the power forward position. Now that you have Luka Doncic, is he going to sell tickets? Absolutely. Is he going to sell jerseys? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, none of this even matter unless he brings a championship to Los Angeles. Period. Anthony Davis delivered a championship to Los Angeles.
Oh, is it?
Go ahead,
Okay.
I mean, I was just going to say, to your point, our good colleague Bobby Marks had a great stat about when they won the title with AD. He was playing the 5 position about 40% of the time, compared to this year 90% of the time, right? So he had been very clear. I think they took exception to the Shams Charania interview that he did, where he basically expressed the fact that he was unhappy playing the position that he was. But to me, the thing that's bizarre is just that people seem to be upset with Jeannie's candidness. And that, to me, is where I'm very confused about this story and why this is a thing. I love Jeanie Buss, too. I do not believe her that she didn't think this was going to be an international story. It's like the biggest NBA trade of all time. It's Luka freaking Doncic. I don't agree with her that it wasn't going to be a big deal. She knew it was going to be a really big deal. But the idea that she was just open and honest about the fact that, like, look, the dude has said a few different times that he didn't like the position that he was playing, and that's currently where we're at. It was an issue for him. To Stephen A's point, he's absolutely right. Anthony Davis does not get traded if it's not for a Luka Doncic period.
That's all I was trying to say. I mean, what else is there to say? What is being soft about? I mean, wait a minute. I don't give a damn how much he complained. She's not thinking about moving Anthony Davis if she doesn't get a call saying Luka Doncic is available. That's the point.
I understand that, Stephen A. I understand that she had to make the move. I'm not saying she did anything wrong by getting Luka Doncic. I'm saying her comments were off. Do you agree with that?
Well, what I'm saying to you is I think the comments were misleading. Because I'm like, that's not the reason that you traded Anthony Davis because he complained.
So
you traded him because Luka Doncic became available.
They were off.
I'm answering the question.
They were off. They were off. And see this energy right now that you're giving me? That's the energy I wanted you to start with. Not with all this, I love
you
Jeannie,
ain't the
I
only
got great
one.
respect for her. We know that already.
By the way,
we know that
you ain't
already.
the only one. You ain't the only one with 2 hours sleep. You understand? I got out here. And unlike you, I've been on the whole show. Okay? So don't come to me talking to me about that. Right. The fact of the matter is that Jeanie Buss talking about Anthony Davis, I don't give a damn how much he didn't like playing the 5. He wasn't going anywhere if Luka Doncic didn't become available. So when she said what she said,
this.
Yes, that is not true.
I know this. Anthony Davis delivered the championship to Los Angeles.
That's fair.
Luka Doncic has to do the same.
Okay, he just got there. You know, the players haven't even begun yet. Let's see what he does. And by the way, Luka got time. Luka's there because, he going to be there when LeBron is gone, assuming LeBron is gone because he seems ageless. But he's going to be there when LeBron is gone because the Lakers like to have superstars, okay?
And I'm glad you brought that up because let's see what they do once LeBron leave, right? Since they couldn't get a center for Anthony Davis, let's see what Luka could bring there after LeBron retires.
Who do you have coming out of the West right now?
Oh, Oklahoma City. Got it. Oklahoma City. They got a lot of non-believers out there, Molly. I'm not one of them. I got OKC.
In fairness to the Lakers, I understand what Big Perk is saying, but when it comes to Jeanie and Rob Pelinka, I really don't have a problem finding them. Just want you to know that. I could
speed dial.
It's kind of easy.
Yeah,
just let
you got it like that when you're Stephen A.
You can't stay humble for 1 second, huh?
You don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. All right. Well, it's in his DNA.
Oh, God. Max Crosby signed a record-breaking deal, but someone here is shocked by his decision to stay in Vegas. Find out who.